Alright, hi guys. I am trying my first video, so I hope this goes well, but we are going to be dividing polynomials. This is one of the last lessons that we'll do to wrap up Unit 2. This is a very short unit. We only have one lesson after this, and then we'll just review for the test, which will be at the end of the week. So let's go ahead. Alright, so with this objective, we are going to divide polynomials by a single monomial, and you'll see that shortly. As we're going through, we want to consider if we have something like x to the 5th power divided by x squared, please remember that we need to subtract the exponents. So, like I've said previously, stack them and subtract them. Sorry about that. So anyway, yeah, like I said, make sure you subtract when we are in this lesson. Okay, well, this is going to be a very short lesson, and having gone through multiplying, and at that point we know if you multiply polynomials you add exponents. Now that we are in dividing polynomials, subtract exponents. So in this lesson right here with number 1, see how we have parentheses around the entire group of 16p to the 5th minus 4p to the 3rd power minus 12p squared? All of those need to be divided by that 4p. So I'm actually going to write 4p, I'm going to put 4p under each part so we know that we're going to be dividing that. And what I'm going to do is also put, for our benefit, until you need to, make sure to include the exponent for the variable. That way, we can look at how we want to divide those, and that way, when we simplify, we get 4p to the 4th power minus 4 divided by 4 is 1, p subtracting we get squared, and then if we simplify the last part, we have minus 3p to the subtracting and get first power. And then of course I want to make sure that we include the fully simplified answer. The one that I have written right now is acceptable, but the official answer is 4p to the 4th power minus p squared minus 3p. And we're done. Okay. So please make sure that you have all these set, and we're going to move on to the next part. Alright, now for number 2. By the way, please make sure for any coach or staff member who is going through this, as students ask for pauses, please make sure to pause the video so that they can catch up with any writing. Alright, now for number 2. See how this is set up where you actually have the 4x to the 6th power being divided from the polynomial. But again, the best thing for us is to visualize it by actually writing 4x to the 6th power underneath all parts. Now when we simplify, let's see what we get. Come out with 5x to the 2nd power plus 4x to the 1st power minus, now some of you may have looked at this and thought, okay, 4 divided by 4, that's 1, and x to the 6th divided by x to the 6th. Remember, that is x to the 0 power. But if you have something like x to the 0, that actually cancels out. So this 1x to the 0 actually would just be minus 1. So our final answer is 5x squared plus 4x minus 1. Okay. Now, moving on to example 3. I will need to see, is this the last one? Yes, it is. So we are going to check this one. Something that I want you to keep in mind, since I'm not there, You will encounter fractions, and there will be a couple that are challenging, but if you get negative exponents in your worksheet, please remember when you get a variable, and I'm only talking about a variable, not the coefficient. When you get a variable that has a negative coefficient, please send the variable to the bottom of the fraction. You guys should know what I'm talking about. If you have questions, we'll take a look at the answer key. Alright, now onto this. With this problem, again, make sure you divide everything by 6p to what power? To the first power. Okay, so divide everything by 6p to the first. And as we go into that, divide each part individually so we can get our answer. Now you'll see in the first part we have 4p to the fourth when we subtract the exponent. With the 2 over 6 though, don't be afraid to get a fraction coefficient. I'm going to put 1/3, and then, just to help us, let's put 1 over 3 with p to the third on top. And then we have plus 1/3, and then p cubed divided by p to the first leaves us with p squared. So since we came out with all positive exponents, there are a couple ways that some of you can leave your answer. If we're trying to keep it uniform, you could put it as 4p to the fourth power plus, remember, you don't have to put a 1 if you have a p to the third already in the top of your variable. In the top of your fraction, I mean. And then we have plus p squared over 3. That is one way that you can write your answer. Now, if you don't like that, if you prefer to keep the numbers in, the other way that you can write your answer would be, let me see, 4p to the fourth power plus 1/3 p cubed. And if it's p cubed here, you can put it on the side or you can put it up above like we have on top of the fraction. And then we have 1 over 3 p squared. That is the second way that you can write your answer. So it's up to you which one works, which one works for you. But the key idea is I need to know the p to the third has a positive exponent, so again, you could either put it in the top of the fraction or maybe you could put it on the side. It just can't, it clearly needs to be visible where it doesn't go in the denominator. Alright, hope this went well, and good luck.